Questions or need more info?
Welcome everyone to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Tonight we're on the campus of Woodbridge High for a matchup between the Mustangs of JFK and the Woodbridge Barons. I'm Craig Coughlin. I'll be bringing the game with my colleagues, our friend John McCormick, our mayor, and Kyle Anderson, our councilman. Mayor, let's start with you. What do you expect on a night like tonight?
Well, Woodbridge is home. They come in at 4-2. 2-4. I'm sorry. They beat Summit. They beat Perth Amboy. They lost to Cranford. They lost to Irvington, Linden, and Woodbridge in a very close game that we called. So that's a disappointing year so far for them. But Kennedy comes in at 0-5, so that's a very disappointing year. But as you and I know, when the Woodbridge Township teams play each other, throw the records out the window, anything can happen.
That's true. And Colin, for the record, right? You're not without some bias, right? Your two sons play for the Barons, but you're a football guy and a football analyst, and you know that JFK played a fine half against Linden last week or 2 weeks ago, and they're capable of giving Woodbridge some challenge.
And I came in as a Mustang coming to play this game, and no matter what, this was the Super Bowl for you when you played Woodbridge High School, especially here at Woodbridge Stadium. So I understand what those Mustangs are going through right now. I know that they haven't won any games, but I'll tell you right now, this game's going to start out electric.
That's right.
Let me tell you, both of Kyle's kids scored their first touchdown last Friday night. How about that?
How about that?
That was a special moment as a father. Tonight, they're going to have to, I have a lot to live up to, so we'll see what happens.
Every time we've had them fill out the sheets and ask them what their favorite moments are, their most memorable moments, they always talk about when they're playing in intra-town schools. So throw the records out the window. Let's have a great time tonight, buddy. Everybody sit back, relax. We'll be with you for the start of the game in just a minute. Welcome, everyone. We are set for the start of play. John McCormick, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you on a really kind of warm Friday night. John, feels a little bit like the early fall.
Well, we called the game, I think it was last week. It was way colder than this, so I'm happy. It is a warm night.
Yeah, me too. Woodbridge has won the toss. They're going to receive. The Mustangs will kick off.
And here's my first point.
Okay.
These Kennedy uniforms are hard to see the numbers.
Oh, they're very hard to see.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the silver on the white is really tough.
Let me tell you the Kennedy captains. It's an honor to be the captain, so we should mention them. They went out for the toss. Number 3 is Evan Richardson. Number 7 is Angel Ruiz. Number 27 is Diego Mazzara. And number 11 is Gabe Perez. For Woodbridge, number 43 was a captain, and they don't have him listed. Number 8 is H.A. Bosch. Number 56 is Caleb Barahona. Number 52 is Liaz Lahoza Sojo. And number 4 is Dennis Smith.
Here comes the kick. Going to come to Dennis Smith. He'll take it at about the 22. He's out to about the 30, 35, 40. He's got a little room, and then he's tackled down there at about the 42-yard line by number 3. That's Evan Richardson. We saw him. He played a solid game against Linden. You and I didn't do that together. I did that with Phil Hall.
But it's our first game together this year, man. It's good.
It is good.
Old nostalgia. Remember the days?
I
We
do.
would like to welcome home members of the class of 1972.
1972 class is hot here at Woodbridge. You and I were in like 8th grade.
Yep, it's 4 years older than us. Woodbridge starts at the 43 with very good field position after the opening kickoff. 3 receivers right, nobody in the backfield. Quarterback is number 1, Brandon Rivera.
And number 8 now goes in motion. That's A.J. Bosch.
I have Umrukli Kennedy. Bosch is one of the stars on the team. He picked up 7.
Gain of 7 on the play. Second.
Boy, I blew that whole intro. I said Woodbridge lost to Woodbridge, and when Woodbridge lost to Colonia, I botched. I said Somerset instead of Summit.
Well,
That's what happens when we rush.
Yeah. Well, that's also what happens when you go back and look at it. Back to
Well,
throw
yeah, we
this
just
time. Out
saw
to
it.
Bosch in the flat. He breaks the 50 down to the 45, inside to about the 42-yard line. So
Rosado to Bosch. Pass complete. Gain
So
of
about an
8 on the play. And a Barons.
First down. I'm going to try to keep the stats tonight. I couldn't do it the last time. But now I got you for play-by-play,
there
so
we
I
go.
can be
We're good.
I can be the color guy.
There we go.
It's too hard to call play-by-play and keep stats.
Bosch now moves back. That's the way the Barons line up. They line up with nobody in the backfield. Inside handoff to Bosch. He makes a little juke and gets outside the 35 down to about the 34. It's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. Barons on the move right here while it starts, John.
I'll give them 7 yards, so they have 22 yards on 3 plays. 2 runs by Bosch, 1 pass. Wait, no, they're all 3 runs. Was there a pass?
Yeah, there was a pass in the
Yeah,
flat.
yeah. Second and 7.
Antonio
Second and
Rosado.
3.
Antonio Rosado at the quarterback. He's a senior. Handoff again. This time to Bosch over the
all
left
around.
side.
He's got a big gain.
I guess we've got the offensive scheme. Bosch right, Bosch left,
Yeah.
Bosch up the middle. Throw the ball to Bosch. A.J. Bosch is a junior. So there's a first down for the Barons.
And they're at the 24-yard line.
Bosch leads the team in
Number 50 in motion, that's Jose Tejerio.
No, he doesn't actually. He doesn't lead the team in rushing. Michael Darkwad does. Still
And for the
bouncing
first time,
around.
Bosch doesn't
Yeah.
get more than 7 yards.
Bosch came into the game with 20 rushing attempts for 126 yards.
Second and 8 for the Barons.
1 touchdown.
On the Mustangs 22-yard line.
Leading receiver on the team is Brian Anderson, our colleague Kyle Anderson's
they
brother.
got him to run.
Did they get him? Yep.
I'd say that's encroachment, but you never know what the refs saw.
If he was drawn offside. Yep.
Yep, drawn offsides.
Penalty is offside on the Mustangs.
Pick up a 5.
Got a dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Second down.
3.
So I did the game, as I said, the Linden game against JFK. They made a bunch of critical penalties, false starts and stuff. Inside handoff this time to...
tackle and a fumble, but he picked it up. Number 7 with a great hit, Jordan Byron Williams.
That was Darkwa. He's the leading rusher for the Barons.
What number was he?
Number 2. He came in with 54 rushing attempts for 310 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And what do you think he picked up on that? I didn't keep track. What do you think? How much did he pick up? Let's see what yard line he's on. Picked up about 12, I'd
12 on
say.
that one. Yep. So first and goal for the Barons. They've been able to move the ball very effectively.
Sincere Barner split right with Brian Anderson. Handoff up the
Yeah,
middle, and it's Bosch for the
again
touchdown.
for the touchdown.
Carry by Bosch. Touchdown.
Bosch with the 8-yard touchdown run. You think it was 8 yards, John?
I got 7.
Okay.
So
7.
Bosch carried for 34 yards in the drive. Darkwa for 12. A penalty for 5. Bosch caught an 8-yard pass and boom, covered 57 yards in only 7 plays plus the penalty.
Bosch does the holding on the extra point attempt. The kick, snap
It's
is back.
up,
The kick
it's
is up.
good.
It's good as
Kick is good.
Isaiah Tolliver,
For the Woodbridge Barons,
it's just a sophomore,
7.
drills it through.
JFK Mustangs 0.
Take a look at that touchdown again.
Good field coverage there. Look at that line, right down the line.
Yep. Right up the middle.
Bosch is also a standout baseball player. Woodbridge had a huge year last year.
Yeah, they did.
Had 25 wins. It's either set or tied the school record. I'm not sure exactly. Let's give you some of the players on the kicking team. Number 29 is Jack Brenner. Number 14 is Isaiah Tolliver. 55 is Julian Tavares. 50, Jose Tejerio. We know 2 is Darkwa. Okay, guys, turn around. 11, we said before, is Sincere Varner. 15 is Cheyenne Fadai. 24 is Barry Carter Jr.
Throughout the night, we will highlight a few of these Hall of Fame inductees in attendance.
Back deep for the Mustangs are number 11, Gabe Perez.
Chris Millivoy, number 11. 29 is Jack Brenner. Number 12 is Roberto Rojas. And all the way down is Dennis Smith Jr.
And now Perez comes out. So it's number 7, Angel Ruiz. And number 3, Evan Richardson.
Kennedy line, David Reyes, number 6. Number 71
Gonna go to
is
Ruiz.
unidentified.
He's out to the 20, to the 25, and he's brought down at about the 27 or 8 yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will go to work in their first possession.
Kenny also had 88. Armando Crussell. Number 3 is Evan Richardson. We said him before. Number 33 was Yusef Abdallah.
Coach Bill Myers, the 1970 football team. Congrats to all.
Big Hall of Fame dinner tomorrow night. Sports Hall of Fame dinner. Sunday night. Today's Friday, right? Sunday night. Are we Facebook Lively? Then I better get that stuff right. I'll have people showing up at the community center tomorrow night. Yeah, the mayor said to come here.
In at quarterback now is Mark Roche.
1st and 10 from the 28.
Inside handoff to Richardson. He gets a little room around the right side of the line and
picks up about 5.
Out to the 34.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Second and 5 for the Mustangs. Their first possession of the night.
33-yard line.
So a heavy Union County influence in the first part of the season. Woodbridge played 4 Union County teams. Beat Summit, lost to Irvington, Cranford, and Linden.
Yeah, that's the new
beat Perth Amboy, lost to
Colonial. Inside again. This time Richardson stays in the middle, and he'll plow it out to about the 37-yard line.
Well, Union County football seems like they're always pretty tough.
They are. And there's that big mega conference that they're all in now. I mean, we're in with everywhere up to Phillipsburg.
Right. Yeah, we no longer play like Sayreville's and Piscataways.
Yeah, we play them some, but we also play Linden, and JFK's played Linden, Governor Livingston, in addition to Perth Amboy, Colonia, and South Plainfield.
3rd and 2 now for the Mustangs.
Big play here for the Mustangs. They need to take some time out of the clock. Inside handoff again. This is to
I don't think they got
Maglione. He didn't. I don't think he's lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage, and so that's going to bring up a tough decision for Coach Henderson.
Oh, I don't think it's a tough decision at all.
It's going to be 4th and 1. I guess he's going to have to punt.
I would think, but I'm not seeing anybody come up.
Given the way that Woodbridge was able to move the ball, I'm not sure I'd want to give him a short field, and it's really early in the game. So
65 in the game now. Jaden Feliciano or Felciano, there's missing an eye, or maybe it's not missing an eye. They're thinking it over. Looks like, I can't tell yet.
Yeah, they're still talking in the huddle.
No one's going back to punt. They're going for it.
They're going to go for it early on, making a statement. Put it in his defense
Not
hand.
sure I like this one.
Big, huge play.
Now they call timeout to think about it, maybe.
I think they were good.
Timeout, Mustang.
If it was designed to see if they could draw them off sides, they didn't get to the line fast enough.
Right.
To make everybody kind of wait around and get eager.
You're winless. You're on the road against a team that's on paper better than you.
First one is Coach Bill Myers.
I mean, I just don't see it this early in the game.
Coach Myers led the Barons to the 97 Central.
Coach Myers, we were talking to him before. What a cool dude.
And 2 stints leading the Barons.
He's taking his team to the Hall of Fame Sunday night.
Yeah, was he?
Yep.
Coach Myers was 70, 58, and 1. Making him
70, 58, and 1 in his career here at Woodbridge. Number 3 all-time.
Coach Myers had 9 winning seasons in 13 years.
There's Patrick Petro still with the team.
And at least 15
there he is.
He's the T guy.
Including Kyle Johnson.
Wait, they're still not. They're still not punting.
No, they're not going to punt now.
4th and 1, big play.
Well, it was the first half, so using a timeout there is, if you're going to go for it, you better make sure you got the right play in design, right? Empty backfield.
Can they do a quick kick?
Yeah, you could. Richardson's going to keep it himself. But
Yeah, with the motion. There was motion.
There was motion against JFK. They did a lot, as I said, John. They must have had they had a handful of penalties against Linden where they did this, and right. And so now it's 4th and 1, and they're going to try for it. Now it's going to be 4th and 6. They have no choice but to punt.
And you see Richardson pointing the other way, but let me tell you, I've never seen a player after a penalty point against his own team.
Yeah, he's an honest kid. Richardson also does the punting. Back for the Barons. Let's see. You can't see his number. Bosch. It's Bosch.
Probably Bosch. He's doing everything else. Why not return punts?
Richardson will hit it from about the 23 or 4.
Oh, high snap. He's not going to get it off. He got to kick it here.
Around the end. He might have a first down. To the 30, 35.
No, he does not.
Ended there by number 10 for Woodbridge.
Derek Anderson with a huge tackle.
Carried by Richardson.
He looked like he could have easily got the first down, but for Derek.
Yeah, he looked like he had room to run outside, and then it evaporated quickly when Derek Anderson showed. Yeah, let's take a look at it again. You see the snap is a little high. He's in trouble. He has to run backwards, so he's out of position. But you see he's got a lot of room there. Now he cuts back and... And now the Barons are set up in great field position at the 35.
3 receivers left, 2 right. Nobody in the backfield. Somebody will be there shortly.
Yeah, that's what
they usually do.
Antonio Rosado
maybe
is
not.
Quarterback. Yeah, it looks like he's going to stay alone this time. He's going to throw it out to intended for Bosch, not incomplete.
Rosado to Bosch, pass incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Barons on the Mustangs 35-yard line.
Interesting call. You've been running the ball up the gut all day, all first series. Number 5, Brian Anderson. Number 8, we know is Bosch. Number 11, we said is Sincere Barner. Number 56 is Caleb Barahona. Now Bosch joins.
Yeah, he joins
Rivera
Rosado.
in the backfield.
No, Rosado.
Rosado, sorry.
Inside handoff to Bosch. He's got lots of room up the middle, keeps moving forward, keeps his legs moving, and finally gets driven back after he got to the 28-yard line.
Picked up about 6 or 7, yep. We'll give it 6.
Third and 4 for the Barons.
3rd and 4 for...
And now I think if you're Woodbridge, you're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, it's a long field goal from here.
Well, now you got the first down.
JFK claiming that they were drawn offside.
Nope.
We'll see.
Not what the ref says.
The referee disagrees respectfully. And that will cost...
These penalties will take you out of the game quick.
They are. I'm telling you, it's what happened at the end of the Linden game. It was 14. It was headed to be 14-6 at halftime. They made some critical penalties, gave Linden a chance. They scored at the end of the first half, and that was kind of it after that. Rosado keeps it this time. I think he was going to throw it.
He looked
see anybody there.
I don't think that was a designed rush. I think that was a pass that he didn't, that just like you said, didn't develop. Somebody covered something or somebody didn't run what they were supposed to, and the play was not what he expected, so he took it himself.
Barons do not go into a huddle.
At least that's what we think.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 for the Barons on the Mustangs 21-yard line.
Now he looks over to the side. Woodbridge has done it this way for a very long time. They would get to the line and then they look over to the sideline, or we see somebody running in and out. I've seen the quarterback come to the side. Anyway, inside handoff to Darkwa. He'll only get a couple.
I like that better than I like the running back or the quarterback running back and forth in between plays. You got to get worn down.
On the Mustangs 19-yard line.
So 3rd and 5, a big play now for the Barons. But as we said before, they'll probably go for it if they don't make it. Seems a little long for a field goal.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of a leg Tolliver has, but
Anderson split left with Davis and Smith. Bosch and Barner split right.
Quick go out to Bosch, but
knocked
it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Nice play there. Didn't see who got it.
It looks
John,
like number 9 and number 5 are celebrating.
Incomplete.
That would be Leo Sadasi. And they say 6, David Reyes.
Deflected by Sadasi. 4th and 5 for the Barons. On the Mustangs' 18-yard line.
Number 2 goes in. That is Mike Darkwa.
As I said, Darkwa came into the game as the leading rusher, although Bosch has gotten
the bulk of the carries and almost all the yards.
Exactly right. Zotto taking his time. He drops back to pass. Moves around.
He's got 11.
To the end zone, wide open for the touchdown.
Sincere Barner.
Sincere Barner.
To Barner, pass complete for a Barons touchdown.
Now on is for the extra point.
Bosch to hold, Tolliver to kick.
Tolliver's kick is up. Much better than the last one. More oomph to it.
It's good.
It is good.
What was the third down play? It didn't work. What was it?
Flag on the play.
It was an inside handoff to whatchamacallit, to Bosch. Wasn't it?
Running into the kicker on the Mustangs is the penalty.
Take a look at this touchdown now.
Barons will take it on.
He's got his eyes on Sincere the whole time.
Yeah, and he just waits and waits and waits and has a chance to do that, and there he is, wide open.
Sneaks behind everybody. Nice play by Sincere Barner.
And good patience on Rosado's part. He didn't force that one. So the Barons now off to a 14-point lead on the 22-yard touchdown pass, 23-yard touchdown pass. Tolliver with the extra point, his second. Now he looked like he had some leg there, John. That went pretty far.
That one went high and deep. Yeah, the first one was a little was a softie. So Kennedy wanted to go for it on 4th down. The penalty stopped that, and then they wound up going for it when the punt didn't work, and they didn't make it.
Alex was a freshman star on the team. Congrats, Alex.
Number 5 for Kennedy, Manny Perez-Quiano. Number 74 is Ryan Mateo. Number 51 is Jamal V. Ramirez. Let's see. The rest of them are just too hard, folks. Short kick.
Yeah, coming down.
Penalty.
And a whistle.
Flag on the play. Offsides on
Maybe some of the Woodbridge guys crossed the line before
Woodbridge.
the kick.
Offsides.
A little anxious. Boy, there's a nice breeze here.
There is nice. Beautiful night.
This is only the first quarter. There's been 2 touchdowns. It's only the first quarter.
Yeah, still 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
All right, so let's count the guys in uniform for Keddy. 6, 7, 10, 12,
I counted like
17,
31, I think.
25 plus whoever's on the field. There's 36 I got.
Okay. Well, I was. Yeah.
You can't.
I was struck. I didn't count the guys who were like in street clothes.
I'm not counting them either. I'm just counting uniforms.
This kick is now a low liner. It comes to that's Rivera who gets it, the quarterback, and he gets it out past the 30.
It's about the 33.
Ruiz to the 33-yard line. Mustangs will begin 1st and 10.
Sorry, that wasn't a 1. It was a 7, John. There's your point about the numbers.
Yeah.
A little tricky to see from here, folks. I apologize. As we said, the Mustangs came in coming in 0-5.
Yeah, I got 36 again.
Okay.
You can't have a terribly successful varsity football program with 36 players.
By contrast, how many you get for Woodbridge?
I don't know. I can't see them all but I'll count them in a minute. High snap. Oh, nobody there, and that's a busted play.
Yep.
And right there to take care of it was number 55, Julian Tavares.
Carried by Roche. Tackled by Tavares.
Roche caught the ball, turned to, he looks to his left, and there's nobody there. I think he thought he was going right.
Roche went right.
Yeah, the running back went right, and the quarterback went left.
5-yard loss, second
Andy
and
Perez
15.
Keanu was the running back on the play.
Kennedy right now counting penalties is in negative yardage after the first drive plus that loss. Three receivers left.
Roche going
to
throw it down the right
he
side.
Might have him. He does.
Nice completion there. Nice play by
it.
Richardson. He went up and got it and wrestled it away. It was the defender. The defender was number 4. That was Dennis Smith, Jr.
That's a 30-yard gain.
That's a beautiful play.
Who caught that?
Richardson. Watch, he goes up and gets it.
Yeah, you could tell he had if he did that, exactly that, he would have it.
I think it was number 3.
So the pass was short, but he adjusted perfectly. And Kennedy has their first down of the game.
A nice pass
aside from
play.
the 2 kickoffs.
Handoff. Nice running there. Number
6, that's David Reyes.
Carried by Reyes.
He's a kind of a pounding runner. I think it's number 5, isn't it?
I thought it was 6.
Bosch and Anderson.
Okay. But anyway, he looks like a big runner, John. He runs powerfully.
On the Barons' 41-yard line.
Looks like a Don Nottingham kind of guy.
Yeah. Pickup of just 2 though on the play, and so now full house backfield. Roche takes the snap, hands it off inside to Richardson. He's brought down at about the 40.
Looked like number 52 had a big tackle there. Laz Lizoho. And it'll be 3rd and 8.
See if they go back to the air. That was pretty effective the last time.
Yeah. Their only positive, really good play of the game.
Yep.
Except the first play.
53 seconds to go in the first quarter.
First play on their offense, they had a 5-yard gain. Nothing else is good until the pass.
Roach calls the signals, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls right, and he gets tripped up in the backfield. But nice play for him to stay on his feet. He got back to the line of scrimmage, I think, John. But that was.
Yep, but if he stayed on his feet, he might have had a little bit of room.
Mark Darkwa got in the backfield.
He actually lost a yard at the end of the play there.
On the play,
4th and 9 now.
And I think the Mustangs are going to take a timeout, or at least it's the stoppage of play. Flag was down on the near side.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I just see the referee picking it up.
The home team.
He's the home team, and he pointed. I don't know what that means.
Starting the clock, by the way. 6 seconds to go. That's probably going to take us to the end of the first quarter. I don't know what he said. He didn't turn his microphone on until the end. So something happened, ladies and gentlemen, and you were a witness to it.
And we don't know what it was.
What the heck it was? We have no idea. But that brings us to the end of the first quarter with the score, Woodbridge 14 and JFK nothing. It's nice behind us. I don't know if folks can hear it at home, but they're going through the various school records and players who are here tonight for the reunion.
So JFK's passing yard leader, Brandon Rivera White, 758 yards. The rushing yardage leader is Gio Maglione. The receiving yardage leader, Angel Ruiz. Maglione has 169 yards. Ruiz has 335. On defense, Evan Richardson has 63 tackles. Mark Roche has 2 sacks, and Mark Roche has an interception. That's kind of odd. You don't see too many people with sacks and interceptions.
No, you don't.
But Kennedy has 3 rushers with over 100 yards in 5 games. Maglione, Perez-Giano, and Richardson. And receiving, Ruiz 335, but Gabe Perez has 217 and Evan Richardson has 187. So Richardson's doing it all.
We have the Woodbridge Barons 14.
And here we go.
JFK Mustangs 0.
Teams are back out on the field as we get started.
We switch sides, so we have to adjust our minds.
On the Barons 41-yard
4th and 9, they're going for it.
Well, they're in Woodbridge territory. Let's see what they got up there. I know. Roche takes it, rolls right. He's got pressure from behind, and now he gets sacked.
Oh, boy. Who was that? Number 50 for Woodbridge. That's his second big tackle, Jose Tejerio.
Roach to pass.
It was really just a race.
Yeah, he penetrated that. The quarterback had no shot.
Yeah,
watch this.
Lead to a Barons first down.
He fought off the blocker so nicely. Look at that.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
a play.
You saw Milton Davis coming from behind. It was just a race to the spot. So the Mustangs turn it over on downs. And the Barons get it again in great field position inside JFK territory at the 48-yard line.
On the line, E.J. Kaminsky, 62. We mentioned Jaden Feliciano, number 65. 1st and 10. Bosch in motion. Gonna pass it.
Rosado,
he's got him. Bosch.
Open to Bosch, and there a nice open field tackle by Gabe Perez, but a nice pitch and catch, and they pick up.
Started at the 48. Let's see where they put it.
Where are they going to put it? About the 22?
30, 26. So it's a 22-yard gain. Bosch having a heck of a half here.
Sure is.
He could have 100 both ways by the time this game's over.
Bosch now goes in motion. Rosado fakes the handoff. Quick out
Anderson.
to Anderson. Get a little blocking in front of him. Nice play there.
He picked up about 8.
Rosado to Anderson. Pass complete. Gain of 7 on the play.
Brian Anderson picked up 7.
3 for the Barons on the Mustangs. 19-yard line.
2nd and 3 inside the 20.
Brian Anderson came in with 18 catches for 198 yards and 1 touchdown. He leads the Barons. Inside handoff to Darkwa. He now cuts it back up the middle, still on his feet. Finally gets pulled down. Well, I guess he eventually is pulled down.
Picked up about 7.
Richardson there on the stop for the Mustangs. Let's give you the JFK defense. They spent a lot of time on the field. Number 3 is Evan Richardson. Number 9 is Leo Sidesi. Let's watch this play.
Nice hole.
Again, he's still on his feet. Touchdown.
A 19-yard TD.
Carried by Darkwa. Touchdown. Barons.
So Darkwa goes Anthony Perez had him try to hold on, but couldn't subdue him.
Couldn't complete it.
That's the whole Talaberta kick.
Woodbridge has not had a negative play all night yet. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, 3 extra points.
Kick is up and good. A lot of leg there.
It is good.
He's been very reliable, has Talaberta.
Let's see the touchdown again.
Mustangs nothing.
Nothing fancy here. Right back up the middle.
Nothing fancy except some speed.
Good blocking ahead of him. Look at that block there by, I think it was 85.
So, if we can see the cheerleaders at some point, we got the alumni cheerleading along with the current cheerleaders.
Look at that. There they are.
Here we go. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's Vanessa Galvat. She's hardly an alumni. She's probably only 24. I mean, she's an alumni, but she's...
Yeah. She's not an alumnus in the same way you and I to our high schools.
Exactly.
Member on the Woodbridge softball team from 1994 to 96. She also played 3 years of varsity basketball. In softball, Adrian enjoyed a career batting average of .311 with 44 singles, 12 doubles, 11 triples, and 2 home runs. Following high school, Adrian attended Georgia State University and played on its NCAA Division I softball team. She earned 4 varsity letters and is tied for 9th place all-time in Georgia State career triples with 8. Congrats, Adrian.
Is that a little squib kind of kick?
Whoa, almost trouble for JFK.
Trouble.
They don't need that.
There was number 23 who fell on it for JFK. Isaiah Walker. Walker's just a sophomore.
That would be cool if we could tie in.
Spectators may not leave the premises during the game. Anyone
If we could tie in the play-by-play guy for the actual call, because he's got people helping him with the numbers and who's making all the tackles, and then we cut him off when we want to comment on it.
There we go.
What is the work on that, Lee? Probably not possible.
Probably not.
Jay Calhoun
but Lee
always
doesn't
calls
mind
a
a
good
challenge.
game. Yeah, I know.
So.
Jay Calhoun calls a good game. 1st and 10, Kennedy from their own 39. They got decent field position all night.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to sustain it. Some good plays. A couple of passes to
One
Richardson.
in particular, and here to go with a pass again.
Throws it out.
Picked off!
Oh, almost
picked off. He could have run
yeah,
to
it was
the bank
a
with that.
touchdown.
Milton Davis
was
Jr.
right there, yeah. He knew it,
Oh,
too. You
he
could see
knew
his
it.
reaction. He was like, damn, I could have.
Let's see it again. He could have turned around and taken it to the house.
There you go.
A little bit out of his reach.
Out of his hand. Right into,
a lot of
I
it
think
out
he
of his
wasn't
reach.
counting, yeah.
Yeah.
Richardson just couldn't. It was a little bit high.
He didn't look like he got a good grip on the ball before he threw it. He didn't, like, pat it and set it, it looked like. Second and 10 from the 39. Well, for a game with 3 touchdowns, it's moving awful slow. There's 10-11 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, they've thrown the ball some, so that slows it down.
Yeah, it always does.
Roche is going to keep it himself.
Nothing
Can't get
doing.
past. Yeah.
Let's see who that is.
That was a design play.
Number 55 again. We're calling him a lot. Julian Tavares.
Here you go, John. Here's
Out comes Justin McAdams.
You talked about it before. The quarterback now runs over to the sideline.
Yeah, it's inefficient.
If I'm not mistaken, the field all the way across is 60 yards. So
yeah,
to the side,
it's 30 yards, maybe 40 yards to get over there.
Yeah,
and back.
And back. Third down now and 9. Mustangs have found themselves in this position before. Here comes pressure up the middle. He's going to throw it down to the left side. Intended for, who was that?
I can't tell.
Number 26, I guess it is.
Could be.
Keep the camera on that guy.
Anthony Perez Jr.
Number 26, Perez Jr.
He threw that to a spot. The receiver wasn't anywhere near that when he threw it. And he got surprisingly close to it because that was a play, like I said, he threw it right to where he wanted him to go. He just didn't get there because he hadn't even cut when the quarterback released that. Now there's a penalty on the play.
Penalty is a personal foul.
That's a big
personal
one.
foul. That'll give him a first down. That'll give JFK a first down.
Got a personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. That's a first down.
Can we see the, maybe next time, Lee, we'll see the roughing the passer if you have it.
Let's take a look, see about that roughing the passer play. Great camera work, guys, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If he just come down, he would have been fine.
Nothing doing. 1st and 10 from the 45, maybe a yard.
I think that was.
Yeah, if he just came down and put his hands in the air, he would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that little push, that was the second best play for Kennedy all night.
Yeah, it was.
Carried by Maglione.
Maglione.
2 on the play.
We've called that game a lot in Kennedy sports over the years, mostly hockey.
Picked up a couple. Maglione came in as the leading rusher for JFK. He had 169 yards on the year. 169 yards on 49 attempts, no touchdowns.
2nd and 8.
Roche takes the snap, looks left, throws left. Let's see if that's complete. I think that was Perez Jr. out there. I haven't seen a signal from the referee. It was a small gain if it was.
It was a catch, but
nice play to keep his feet inbound.
Risky play on the sideline like that to pick up a yard.
We see the marching Barons.
That's complete by Roche. Gain of 1 on 3rd
Get a
and 8
replay.
for the Mustangs.
Let's see. Here's the
On the Barons'
pass.
43-yard line.
You only need 1 foot inbound.
Oh,
not sure
he didn't
got
get
it.
one.
Huh?
It didn't look like he got
Yeah,
it in.
I'm sure he got it, but
Maybe they didn't give it to him. I thought they moved the marker a little bit, but maybe not.
that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for JFK. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to be precise.
Woodbridge up 21-0.
John McCormick, Greg Coughlin, happy to be with you on a Friday night. Love Friday nights, John.
These are wonderful.
Favorite night of the week.
Look out.
Roche
Look
in
out.
trouble. Can't get away. Now he gets brought down hard.
And
Who's
that was number 56. That's
Okay.
Caleb Barahona.
Roche to pass.
Yeah, Roche a little bit shaken up on that, but he got taken down hard.
We called Barahona a lot when Woodbridge
A lot
played
of Barons.
Colonia.
4th and
And the punt
13
return team comes
for the
in.
Mustangs.
Here's the play
On the
again.
Barons'
Yeah, they just can't
48-yard
handle
line.
the pressure, Kennedy line.
Oh, no, it's 55. It was Julian Tavares again.
Tavares is having some night.
Yeah.
Bosch back to receive the kick. Richardson will kick it.
Boy, he's back deep. Think this kid's got that much of a leg?
He's kicked it very high.
He's
hasn't kicked
35
it-
yards back behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice snap this time. Had trouble with it the last
That's
time.
a good thing he is. Look at that. Now he's
That's a
going back
heck of a
deeper,
kick
10
by
yards
Richardson.
deeper.
He takes it inside the 5. He's back out to the 5, to the 10, to 15, to the 20. He's got room down the side and runs out of bounds at about the
Wow, I take
27-yard
back
line.
what I said. I thought he was deep when he went 10 or 12 yards back.
Richardson really boomed that ball. He struck it at about the 43?
And I think that was a little bit of a risky play for Bosch because he was running backwards. If you let that ball go, they're guaranteed the 20. As it turned out, he did the right thing, but I'm just surprised he made that play.
That ball was more than 50 yards in the air.
Oh, he booted it.
A hell of a kick.
I don't see the little flag things. It is windy out there.
Yeah, you can feel it. It feels like it's coming at us.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the field. I don't see they sometimes
Yeah.
have the flag on top of the goalpost. I don't see them. 1st and 10 Woodbridge on their own 27.
Now we get a penalty.
Got a flag. Nothing happened yet.
I think it's going to be against procedure against
I think against Woodbridge. Yeah, there we go. Going the wrong way.
There's their first negative play.
Yeah, true.
We were going through the JFK defenders. Number 18 is Lee Toban. Number 7, Luke Toban. Number 7 is Angel Ruiz. Number 12 is Mark Roche. Number 56 is Miguel Alvarez. Number 77 is Muhammad Nasir. Number 33 is Yusuf Abdallah. He played a good game the last time I saw him, John. He was all over the field. Number 11 is Gabe Perez. Number 5 is Manny Perez Keon.
Quick play here. Nice run around the corner.
Rosh
Picked up
gets pushed out of
about
base,
7.
Out of bounds. Manny Perez Keano. Number 6.
Late hit, maybe a late hit.
David Reyes. And number 27. I'm sorry, number 26.
Now the Kennedy
Anthony
kids
Perez Jr.
they're 4 yards off the sideline into the Rutgers, into the Woodbridge bench.
All right.
What are they doing that for? Number 77 for Woodbridge is Giancarlo Mania. Number 61 we mentioned before, Justin McAdams.
Penalty is a personal foul on the Mustangs.
Yep, it's just senseless.
Will lead to an automatic first down for the Barons.
What are you doing down 21? Handing them a 15-yard play.
Frustration, I suspect.
I know, but
right?
you gotta be better than that. Quick, look at how quick he is.
They hiked it right to him, and
Yeah, he pushed him. He pushed him long after he was out of bounds. But I think that's also a function of the inter-township rivalry.
Yes, yeah.
I think you play harder, and I think you get more frustrated.
All right, they had a dead ball, personal foul on the defense. That's a first down.
First down for Woodbridge, of course.
Boy, when they break the huddle, they go quick. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah.
Bosch can see Richardson brings him down. He got
down
help
to the 25, a 25-yard gain for Bosch.
Perez and Richardson bring him down.
And Barons, first down.
Another big gainer.
I said Bosch might have 100.
They snap
in the
it right
game.
to him again. That's what they did the last play, and he goes right up the middle.
Yeah, he
Nobody
might have
got
100 for the half. 14, 25, 27, 34, 40, and that was 25. He's got 65 plus. I don't have every single play. He's still got 6:55 to go in the half, and he's close to 70 yards.
Wow.
Plus his receiving.
As I said, according to statistics, we have Darkwar came in as the leading rusher by a bunch, but I'll tell you what, this has been the A.J. Bosch show tonight.
What's going on the sideline? They got a bunch of coaches on the field over there for Kennedy. What's happening?
Conferring. I'm going to move the ball forward a little bit. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Oh, another 5-yard penalty against Kennedy. You called that early.
The defense as a result of the first down.
This guy's got to turn his mic on sooner.
Sooner, yeah. Let's see. We have the symbols here, John. Let's see.
Oh, I don't even try. You know, we need every September, right after Labor Day, we need a couple-hour tutorial.
Yeah.
Again, look at how fast they go, and Kennedy's not reacting to it.
Bosch
Here goes
again.
Bosch again, out to the 10, inside the 10. Pickup of 12. Woodbridge is breaking the huddle and going very quick to the line, and Kennedy is still slow to react to it, but that's the third time in a row they've done it. Let's see Bosch again. Look at that. Look how quick. See how they're still lining up?
Yep.
On the Mustangs 9-yard line.
You can have the advantage at every play if you're ready and snapping the ball while they're still walking around.
Yeah, but if you're JFK, you got to get ready for this, right?
But it's happened how many
Here's
times
Bosch.
now?
Plows down to
just
about
short.
the 2.
They got to give this one to him and let him have it after that. After the Bosch drive.
6:01 to go. A.J. Bosch putting on a show here in the first half, John.
That puts him probably to 80 yards.
They hike it to Bosch again, and he scampers in from 2. A 2-yard touchdown run. His second of the night.
So after a touchdown, the cheerleaders race down the track to get to the end for the extra point. And the moms are just kind of hanging out. They're not going anywhere.
Like I've been there before.
Bosch the whole Tolliver kick.
Tolliver in for his 4th attempt. Snap is down. The kick is up
and
it is good. So Tolliver 4 for 4. He came in 14 out of 16. Is that a good night?
Let's see the TD again.
Again, you see JFK not really said a little bit more than they have been, but right to him. Look at this clear read. You and I could have run through that whole thing.
Well, maybe not.
Well, we could have. It wouldn't have lasted long enough because we wouldn't have gotten there fast enough. But
Yeah.
there's a full moon tonight in Woodbridge.
I'd have hurt something if I tried to do that. Yeah, it is a beautiful night. And it's just a long sleeve night. It's not even a jacket.
Nah, it's not. Both of us.
So I was torn, you know, in the morning when I have a game, I got to think of it's us against somebody else outside of the town. I try to wear the colors of the team.
Me too.
But when you got Woodbridge playing Kennedy, it rules out red, it rules out green, it rules out black, and it is breast cancer month, so I'm rocking the pink.
Good for you. I came up with blue.
So the next council meeting, we're all wearing our pink shirts. Do you have a pink shirt?
I do.
All right.
I have a pink shirt. A couple pink shirts, actually.
My entire golf shirt wardrobe has
your name on it.
Either the Yankee symbol or the township symbol.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I don't think I have a single golf shirt, maybe one with Notre Dame on it, maybe a couple with Rutgers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you're making your Christmas card, Christmas gift list for John McCormick, get him a golf shirt without a logo on it.
I'm afraid what they might put on it before they send it to me.
Yeah. Angel Ruiz back, number 7, and number 11, that's Gabe Perez. Perez had a good return against Linden. Put the Mustangs in a good place, and there's a penalty on the Mustangs, and so I didn't see what the call was,
I didn't
John.
either, but look at his field position.
Kicking it off from the 45. This could go into the end zone.
I'd leave it just short.
Oliver gets the signal, checks the line, and there we go. No, see, kicks it short. Another big hop to number 23 again. That's somebody who's not on that list.
Isaiah Walker.
Isaiah Walker. So they're kicking away from Ruiz and Perez.
18 is Chris Millivoy in the game.
So the Mustangs will get it at their own 29. Trailing 28-0 with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the second quarter. John McCormick, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you on a Friday night in Woodbridge.
Both Anderson boys in on defense. Derek and Brian. 11 is Sincere Barner. 66, Kevin Rosario. 61, Justin McAdams. Boy, it's so much easier to see the Woodbridge numbers.
It is. It's really tricky.
And there's 4 touchdowns, and there's still 5 minutes to go in this game.
You said it has not moving quickly. Richardson with the ball, kicks it outside.
Nothing going.
Yeah, nothing there.
Tonight's Woodbridge homecoming, so we'll have that for you tonight with the King and Queen.
I did the JFK homecoming.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I did the Colonial one. JFK is weird. They don't do a king, right?
They did not. No.
That's always a little weird. Everybody else does king and queen. They don't do a king. I think they do it at another time, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah?
2nd and 9 now for the Mustangs.
Pass complete.
That was a very crisp play.
Yeah, it was. To Perez. Picked up about 5 on that play.
So Woodbridge has scored every time they got the ball. Scored a touchdown every time they got the ball.
Yep. Yeah, the 4 touchdowns, 4 for 4.
Bosch,
so
Barner, Darkwa, and Bosch.
If you're JFK, you want to try and move the ball along incrementally if you can. Take some clock off the time. They'd be happy if Woodbridge never touched the ball again here in this second quarter.
Yeah. Not likely. They'd need their first sustained drive of the game.
Right. Roche surveys the situation. Richardson in the backfield with him. Takes the snap and looks downfield. Goes
deep.
Throw it long.
Just out
what
of
an
the
attempt
reach
by
of number 7,
Angel Ruiz. Got a hand on it. What a tremendous diving effort.
Missed it. Where's he going?
I don't know. I'm afraid
to get the ball.
hurt. Oh.
Let the ref get the ball, man.
Well, he's younger. Good sport. So they went for it. And that'll bring up 4th down and 5.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you meant they went for it on 4th.
No, they went for it.
What did I miss?
They went deep on that one.
That was a good play. It was good.
He had a
good
step.
play.
He had a step on the defender. The ball was just a little bit overthrown.
He got his hand on it. 4th and 5 from the 29.
It was a good throw by Roche.
It was a very good throw. A long throw. Way high
snap. He boomed
snap.
one the last time. Good leg this
Real
time,
good punt.
too.
Real good punt.
Bosch gets it at about the 30.
And there goes Bosch.
He's over midfield. He's
he
down
bumped
to
into his own guy.
45, and that's what brought him down.
Yeah, that was too bad. He still got to about a 25-yard return, maybe 30 to the 45.
And so Woodbridge now with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go and 3 times outs has oodles of time.
That's plenty of time.
There's a handoff again to Bosch, still on his feet. He's going to be short by a couple yards of the first down.
Carry by Bosch.
Darkwa in, Smith in, Rosado in now. Out goes Davis.
Clock runs then.
Out goes McAdams.
Under 3 minutes to go now.
Out goes Rosario.
About 6 yards on that carry, maybe 7. Rosado now looks right, and we got a penalty marker.
That might be
On the
against
far
Woodbridge.
side.
No, it's not. It's against Kennedy.
Not sure what that was.
I thought I saw some movement on the Woodbridge side.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. It's 5 yards. Still second down.
No, it's not. It's first down.
Yeah, first down.
He
5-yard penalty.
Picked up more than 5 on first down.
Woodbridge
so.
is really keeping them off balance. Sometimes they break the huddle and race to the line. Sometimes they don't go into a huddle and then they sort of pause, and that's what they did there. Rosado dropping back. A little bit of pressure now, and he's forced out of the pocket. He's crossed.
Wow, he can juke. That's a 12-yard gain, an 11 or 12-yard gain.
Across the 25 down to the 23.
But they think this is the first time. They didn't do this in the Colonia game. But they've had 6 games. They scout the other teams.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't know it's something in their repertoire.
And looking at the Barons roster, they're not heavily senior laden. Rosado throws it quickly to Anderson.
No, Jordan Byron Williams.
Was it? I'm sorry. Number 7. You're right. Sorry, Jordan. Clock runs now. 1:42 to go. Woodbridge has not used any of its timeouts.
And they're inside the 20. Gonna watch the Mets tonight?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you?
Yeah, sure.
Playoff baseball.
I'm a Yankee fan, but
Me
I'm also
too.
a baseball fan.
Me too.
I don't mind the Mets at all.
No, I have.
I read them all the time in the Post and the Ledger and everything, all the stories. I know all the players, a lot of good guys. Here's a
In
big
trouble
rush,
now,
but he gets
but he
out.
manages to evade it. He gets out and scampers out of bounds. Stops the clock. Yeah, my wife and my oldest son, Tish and Craig, are both big Met fans.
They're big Met fans, yeah.
So
I have a lot of Met fan friends.
yeah, me too. So I know a lot about the Mets. I watch them all the time.
I watch
they're
them
on
too.
in our house.
And you know,
I'm rooting
since
for 'em.
Cohen bought the team, my Met fan friends have behaved. Because all they used to do is bash the Yankees for spending.
Yeah, they can't do that anymore.
Can't do that anymore.
But tell you what, that's music to a fan's ears.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah, you got to do that. I didn't like George Steinbrenner, but I wish he still owned the team.
Yeah.
There you go,
Again,
quick again,
a
look
quick
at that.
break from the huddle and the hike directly back to Bosch. He's got some room. Now he cuts it back inside. He'll fight forward to, I guess it's about the
You got to use the
8-yard
timeout
line.
here.
It's
And they do, I think.
Clock is stopped.
Timeout.
And
Barons.
Woodbridge called timeout with 55 seconds to go.
We got a timeout.
Ladies and
They got a
Black.
timeout, but they're going right
we
for
have a
it.
very special birthday this evening. Our only athletic director, Mr. Joseph Ward.
So the Barons will huddle up along the sideline with Coach Joe LaSala.
But I like what Showalter's doing. He's starting
Yep.
Scherzer and hang on onto DeGrom, because if they win 2, they're set up nicely.
Athletic
But
director from Woodbridge.
Joe Ward's
Our friend
great.
Joe Ward.
Long time AD.
Yeah, no, that's the Bassett will start the second if they win, I guess, and DeGrom will start the second one if they lose.
But the Padres are no pushover, man. They got 3 good starters, too.
They do, and
Darvish has had
been-
a heck of a year.
and he's been really hard on the Mets. And
And we know as Yankee fans, we know
Yeah.
Snell.
Right.
We don't like Snell.
No, we don't like Snell. So they're a good team. They got, Machado and
I mean, our team, Yankees obviously have to fear the Astros,
Perez,
but
yeah.
I worry about the Blue Jays. I do. I'm glad we don't have to play them. If they win, they'll play the Astros.
they were
Maybe
playing
knock them
today.
off. Oh, were they?
Yeah, they played this afternoon. I don't know.
No, I don't know what happened.
I think they were. Yeah.
First and goal.
Fakes it right, looks left, throws it complete, but it's going to cost them some yards.
But they get out of bounds.
And that's Brian Anderson, who makes the catch, but gets driven out of bounds.
To Anderson, pass complete.
They got to call a timeout here. They just wasted 8 seconds, 7 seconds.
I thought he got driven out of bounds, but they kept the clock
timeout.
running.
Woodbridge.
It's the second timeout.
That's your second timeout.
Thank you, ref. Second timeout. One left with 40 seconds to go.
Let's see it again.
Second down. A little fake right, and he comes back.
He threw it behind him.
That was a really nice play there by number 32. David Reyes. He
forced Anderson's momentum backward.
Right. Plus he fought off a blocker. Looked like a little screen. Mustangs head back out on the field, and here come the Barons. Second down.
Second and goal.
From about the
15,
15, yeah. So they lost 5-7 yards on that play.
I'd say the kicker has a shot at this if they go.
I think he does, yeah. Rosado looks over the middle.
They don't need a kicker.
To Bosch.
Who else?
Rosado to Bosch.
Has his third touchdown of the night. First one receiving.
33 seconds to go.
Boy, he fired that ball. I thought it was going to go over his head.
Beautiful pass. Again, Rosado, she's shown a lot of patience back there, John, when he needed to. He's waited.
He's moved around in the pocket very well.
Given his receivers a chance to get open. And that time he found Bosch. Bosch had one heck of a first half. 3 touchdowns already. That kick is up and
Boy,
good.
he's good.
No good. Like we said, he's no good.
Kick is no good.
Wow.
Sorry, folks. Let's see the touchdown. I'd like to see the extra point again. See what I got wrong.
We have a bad angle, but that's.
You see, he steps up in the pocket. Yep. Bosch gets himself open. So now with 33 seconds to go, I think the significance of that, John, is that if there's a 35-point gap, they play with a running clock. So with the 34-point clock, let's take a look at that extra point again.
It was too hard to tell.
They had a better angle than me, but it looked pretty good from here. So
yeah, but if you can get the 35, if you're the ref, you should do it.
It's good. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
And they kick it on the ground again. This time,
somebody better get there.
Yeah, picked up this time by Ruiz, who runs more lateral than forward and gets it out to about the 28-yard line. The last couple of kickoffs had come to what was his name? Number 23 for JFK, and I apologize, young man, Isaiah Walker.
Almost a little fracas there. Deep on the return. A couple of guys got in each other's faces, but they walked away.
To get a little chippy here.
Mustangs on their own 29-yard line.
JFK will get the ball to start the second half, so let's see what they do with 21 seconds to go. I think they probably try to get something going, John. If I were them, I'd try to make something happen.
I'd throw it deep. What the heck?
Even if you didn't score, just putting some positive plays on. Snap is a little bit wide. Roche keeps it himself and goes around the corner. Picks up maybe a yard or two.
This is a rough road to hoe with maybe 5 possessions in the second half. You'd have to score in all 5, and you got to hold Woodbridge from all 5.
They're not going to snap it again as we hit to the end of the first half, and that will do it. We reached halftime with the score: Woodbridge 34 and JFK nothing. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the second half, but stay with us, folks. There's lots of good things happening at halftime.
Varsity, and once again welcoming to the field the Woodbridge High School Marching Band.
One, two.
In the beginning, humans worshipped the forces of Mother Nature. They came to recognize four main elements that helped create and sustain life. Even today, we respect and fear these elements. The fire, water, earth, and air. Floating, swirling, flowing.
One, two.
to the Woodbridge High School class of 2023 homecoming ceremony. Please welcome the class of 2022's homecoming queen, Julia Miller, who joins our administrators, Ms. Tackle and Dr. Lotman, at the 50-yard line. Our first queen nominee is Rochelle Espinel. Rochelle is a varsity track captain, secretary of both the National and French National Honor Society, a member of the Ecology Club, Science National Honor Society. She's the division and conference champ in spring track and is a part of the New Jersey Ski's College Scholars Program. She plans to study chemistry and psychology at the university and will pursue a career in pharmaceutical science. Rochelle's fun fact is that she still loves playing Roblox. Rochelle is escorted by King nominee Miguel Ramos. Miguel is a member of the International Culture Club, the Ecology Club, Youth Club, marching band, and jazz band. Miguel is also a member of the New Jersey Ski's program. He plans to major in biology this coming fall. Our next queen nominee, Kaylee Russo. Kaylee is a varsity spirit cheerleader, a competitive cheerleader. Kaylee plans to attain her associate's degree and to attend cosmetology school. Kaylee's fun fact is that she went to Hawaii last month to attend Cheer Hawaii USA cheerleading camp. Kaylee is escorted by King nominee Anthony Bechtold. Anthony is a member of the cross-country team, winter and spring track teams, a freshman mentor, member of the Heroes and Cool Kids program, as well as Rho Kappa and the Safety Ambassadors. He's volunteered at St. James to distribute food, as well as working for charitable food distribution at Kane University. Anthony plans to attend college as a business major. His fun fact is that he climbed to the Coco Head Crater in Honolulu, Hawaii. Our next queen nominee, Samantha Gavina. Samantha is an officer in the Science National Honor Society, a member of the National Honor Society, the Ecology Club, Heroes and Cool Kids, APIC, Safety Ambassadors, and is a fourth-year science research student. She's a Woodbridge High School cheerleader who also runs both winter and spring track and field. Last year, Samantha received honorable mention at the North Jersey Regional Science Fair for her research in emotional perception with masks. She volunteered at a local doctor's office this summer and currently works as a medical assistant. Samantha plans on continuing her education with an emphasis on research in the medical field. And Samantha's fun fact, she had a hamster named Cheese. Samantha is escorted by King nominee Isaac Sacred Promise Andrews. Sacred plays baseball, wrestles, runs cross-country, member of the Student Diversity Council in Woodbridge Township School District. His parents run 2 businesses, so he's constantly working with his family and with his church. Sacred wants to become a preacher like his father while also playing Major League Baseball and having a wife and children. Sacred's fun facts are that he is an uncle to Syria and Daniel, that he was the first student ever to be named Baron of the Week twice, and that he's very proud to be in the homecoming court. Our next queen nominee is Caitlin McNish. Caitlin is a 4-year varsity soccer player, senior class officer, treasurer of the National Honor Society, a freshman mentor, member of the Woodbridge Township Youth Council, and an executive member of the Save Our Strays Club. Caitlin participates in the statewide arts high school program for visual arts and volunteers at the Gallery on Main Street and the Barron Arts Center. She hopes to study fine arts at a 4-year university. Caitlin's fun fact is that her signature dance move is the coffee grinder. Caitlin is escorted by King nominee Luis Guadalupe. Luis is a 4th-year soccer player, sectional champion in track and field, boys volleyball player, and a member of the National Honor Society. Luis plans on attending a college in Florida to study the business side of computer science. Luis's fun fact is that he loves his girlfriend. Our next queen nominee is Christina McNish. Christina, a 4-year starter on girls varsity soccer. She's been captain for the past 3 seasons. She's president of Rho Kappa and the secretary of the Spanish Honor Society, member of the National Honor Society, Freshman Mentors, Woodbridge Youth Council. She's a senior class officer. Outside of school, Christina plays club soccer and volunteers at events around Woodbridge Township. She also interns at the town hall. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university to study political science. Christina's fun fact is that she's a good cook, but only if the meal consists of breakfast foods. Christina is escorted by King nominee Jonathan Slahoda. Jonathan is the senior drum major of the marching band, senior class officer, co-vice president of the Chinese Honor Society, an officer of the Science National Honor Society, and a member of the National Math Honor Society. She's won numerous awards at various science fairs and symposiums through the Science Research Program. Jonathan hopes to attend MIT next fall to pursue a degree in material science engineering, leading to a career in research. Our final Queen nominee is Erica Wiguna. Erica is a senior class officer, editor of the yearbook, co-founder and co-president of the Asian Pacific Islander Club, vice president of the National and Chinese Honor Societies, secretary of Rho Kappa. She participates in Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Heroes and Cool Kids. She's a freshman mentor and the ambassador, Interact, and Ecology Club member. Outside of school, Erica is a photographer and videographer. She plans on attending college to further her education and pursue her goals. Erica's fun fact is that she was attacked by a monkey in 6th grade. Erica is escorted by our final King nominee, Samuel Tuyu. Samuel plays Woodbridge High School soccer and track. He's on the Chinese Honor Society, Asian Pacific Islander Club. He volunteers to assist in Coach Clark's summer soccer program. Samuel plans on attending college, majoring in computer science or sports medicine. He plans to continue playing soccer in college with the dream of becoming a professional soccer player. And here's a fun fact, Sam cannot speak the language of the country of his birth. So, one more round of applause for all of our homecoming nominees. Your 2023 homecoming king is Louis Guadalupe. And your 2023 homecoming queen is Samantha Gavina.
And welcome back, everybody. John McCormick, Craig Coughlin from Woodbridge High School as we get set for the start of the second half. And, John, it was all Woodbridge in the first half.
5 possessions, 5 touchdowns. The only blemish is 1 missed extra point.
And I did some checking on that. It is, since it is a 33-point lead, then it will be a running clock unless it gets back down to 23. And in that case, they would cease the running clock. So the Mustangs would have to score a couple of touchdowns in order to get there. So we'll get started in just a minute. Woodbridge got the opening kickoff, so JFK will get the ball first here to start the second half. They really have not gotten on track. One nice, real good pass, 30-yard play from Roach to Richardson's really about the only offense they've had. That just missed on a long pass down to Angel Ruiz, who got his hand on it. That would have been another 30 or 35-yard play, John. But
so I would think for Woodbridge, we said it before, it's been the Bosch show. If he's not at 100 yards, he's darn close rushing, and he's well into the 60s, I would think, receiving. I gave up trying to keep track of everything.
He also had 3 touchdowns. A 7-yard touchdown run.
But now if you're Woodbridge and you're so
15
dependent on
yards.
him going forward, why would you have him, you know, be dominant in the second half? I'm not saying they should sit him right away, but I wouldn't take a chance with them. They can't lose this game. They'd have to not score the whole rest of the game, and Kennedy would have to suddenly catch fire.
To score
and it's not,
pretty much
every time they get the ball, they have to score.
I don't know how many possessions?
So it's just not likely. So I'd hate to see anybody get hurt in a game like this. And we've seen so many examples of it when the game is won. Players sticking around too long and getting hurt. Even the pros in college, you see it all the time.
Yeah. Tolliver will kick it off for the Barons. Perez and Ruiz are back deep for the Mustangs. They have avoided, Woodbridge has avoided kicking it deep. They've kind of squibbed it. This time to go a little bit deeper, and that is going to be Ruiz who gets it. He's out to the 30, 35, almost broke it. He's about 2 steps away from having something special there, but he gets it all the way out to about the 39-yard line, so it's a
1st and 10 for the
about a 20-yard return on that, and that's where the Mustangs will go to work to start the second half. The clock, as you see, is running.
Credit Roberto Rojas with that tackle. He made a very nice play. First and 10 Mustangs on their own 39. Receiver split left, receiver right, 2 in the backfield.
Roche takes it, hands it off
Nothing doing.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of
that
guys.
got snuffed out right away.
55-77, that's going to be Julian Tavares and Giancarlo Mena. And somebody else who I didn't see. 3 guys pounded him. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
I think that was number 5, Manny Perez Keanu.
I'm sure you can probably hear the Woodbridge cheerleaders here, folks. Should mention the Kennedy cheerleaders, just like the football team, they only have a handful. I think I counted 9 across there. Laura Jean Kozub is the captain of the cheering squad for Kennedy. Her mom Amanda works for us in the club at Woodbridge.
Motion now, and Roach got a
pass.
quick pass. Complete. Nice play by Ruiz. He spins through a tackle and gets it down to the 45. Nice play there, and a terrific run after the catch.
Very, very nicely executed.
Yeah, that was a
play.
quick hitter. He wrestled the ball away from the defender. Let's take a look at this again.
Yeah.
It was really a nice play. He wrestles it away right there. Now he's off and running. He spins through and picks up another 5 or so yards. Good play there.
Number
by
3,
Ruiz.
Dave Davis looked like if he had turned a little bit, he could have picked that off.
So a little bit of spark here to start the second half. Let's see if the Mustangs will build on that or can build on that. Woodbridge will have something to say about it.
They're doing the right thing. They're coming out, throwing the ball. And just as I say that, they run the ball, and that's not working.
Not sure. It looks like it was a design play, but he ran right into the back of pretty much everybody on the line.
The line of Woodbridge, the defensive line is penetrating amazingly this game.
2nd down and 13, shall we say?
Woodbridge doesn't look like a 2-4 team at all, do they?
They do not. They do not. I mean, just like a little snippet of comparison. I guess the only, let's see, I guess there have been 2 common opponents, right?
I didn't see the Kennedy schedule.
Yeah, we have it. Great work by our staff. We have it. A little short, but the pass going down the right side.
Another one, there it is again.
And a nice play again.
He came back the same way as the first time.
Yep, that was similar. That's Ruiz again. Angel Ruiz having some night.
Flag on the play.
Oh, that's a flag on the play,
boy.
though. Let's see what that means.
That would be devastating if it's against Kennedy.
Yeah,
Personal foul on
Kennedy's
the Barons.
walking back.
Against
No,
the
it's going to
Barons.
be against Woodbridge, a personal foul. Let's look
see
at
what
this
happened.
play again.
Same thing as that first 30-yard gainer in the first quarter.
Exactly right. Roach snaps a little bit low. He goes and gets it. Nice play by Ruiz.
And a personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. That's a first down.
Let's see if we can see that play, Lee. That's the second roughing the passer play on Woodbridge this game.
77.
Number 77.
And just like that, Kennedy is inside the 15 with the ball almost at the 13 with a first down. Looking for their first score of the game. Handoffs are not working.
No, but they kept him honest a little bit. There you can see the kind of mix, and that was big number 5, I think. No, number 3, that's Richardson. Yeah, the two common opponents, John. Linden, Woodbridge lost 31-0. Kennedy lost 34-6. Perth Amboy, actually 3 common opponents. Perth Amboy, Woodbridge won 42-17. Kennedy lost 10-8 in a close game. And then
13-yard line.
Island lost, Kennedy lost 21-13, and Woodbridge lost 14-13. So.
2nd and 10. Big rush.
Yep, Roach
Sacked.
in trouble, gets sacked there by
Number 11 is Sincere Barner. And we're joined now by someone who actually knows a little bit about football, having played in high school and college for JFK and the former Trenton State, Councilman Kyle Anderson.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Kyle, how are you?
Wow, didn't expect 34-0, but you know, Kennedy's throwing the ball really nicely. Is that Mark Roach or Aiden Roach?
It's Mark.
Mark Roach. He's throwing the ball really well on the first series to get them in the red zone.
They've had 2 big plays where the receiver's down the sideline, stops, cuts back, and gets the ball, just like you see a lot in the pros.
Yeah, that's all. It's like a position type of pass there.
3rd and 15 now. Hey there, how you doing? Hey, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
Here he
And
goes
here it
again.
goes up, and it just off his hands.
Who was that?
The referee totally ignored a offensive pass interference. You see the defender calling for it. If they show it again, you'll see that the defender actually gets whipped to the ground.
Yeah.
Gabe Perez was the intended receiver. He had his hand on it, bounced around, and falls to the ground.
I was right at the release, and that was okay. Anything later than that, you're gonna, you know what I mean?
Well, now
These
he's got
guys
his
must
microphone.
not know when their microphone's on because they're talking away.
Wholesale substitutions now.
Oh,
for
we're going
Woodbridge.
for a field goal.
And this is a 34-yarder.
He's not that far behind the holder. Usually try to get more leg into it.
Is that number 2?
Yeah, I think it's number 2, which
No,
is
it's
it's 27.
27.
Yeah, he's the kicker.
Yeah, whoever
Diego
designed these
Mazzara.
jerseys did not design them for.
Oh, we said that.
For
No.
broad- with
for TV.
guys like us in mind.
Yeah.
All right, we had a dead ball.
Oh.
Encroachment on the defense. Remains 4th down.
We're gonna make it easier for him.
Yeah, it made it still 4th and 10.
All right.
Mazzara on for the extra, or not for the extra point, but for the field goal attempt. It's going to be a 30-yarder now. Snap is
Nothing
blocked,
doing.
They
partially
came
blocked.
through that line.
Man, there was a wall of Woodbridge defenders. Number 50's jumping up and down. He might have been the guy that got it, Jose Tejerio.
Barons.
I'm going to go with yes.
Takeover on downs.
He's too happy not to have it been him.
He wasn't the guy next to him who got it. He got it.
Here comes the kick block.
Snaps a little bit
Ah,
high.
boom, look at that. Oh, my
Let's
goodness.
see, 50 and
77, McAdams. Oh, no, Giancarlo Mena. McAdams is 61. That's a wall of big defenders coming right at you. So I'm just told that It's not the ref's problem. It was our own TV problem because we have one person down. So we'll take the blame. I take back my criticism of the ref.
1st and 10 from the 20. Hand it off to Darkwa. He came into, according to statistics we had, Kyle, he came in as the leading rusher for Woodbridge, but it has been the A.J. Bosch show tonight.
Actually, he was the second leading rusher. Antonio Rosado is the leading rusher, and Darkwall is the second leading rusher.
Oh, yeah.
Rosado came in with close to 700 yards rushing.
So,
really,
did Bosch have much of an impact on the first 6 games like he is tonight?
No. You know, in the last game against Perth Amboy, you saw 4 different people score. You hadn't seen that in the prior 5 games. And it was really, you know, a lot of running from our quarterback, Antonio Rosado. But, you know, I think going into the North Hunterdon game,
right.
I think going into the North Hunterdon game, the coach really wants to show something different because they're right. They smoked Colonia 33-7.
And we have them next week?
We got them next week.
All right.
There's Darkwall again. You're right. I'm sorry. I misread the statistics. I don't think I've seen Rosado run the ball at all tonight, has he? At least not on purpose.
A couple of times just when he dropped back to pass and didn't see a receiver and he ran it.
That's what I mean. There were no design plays.
Not many. And
unless he was doing it on purpose.
I think they have to because North Hunterdon defended Colonia extremely well, and Colonia does a lot of what we do. Jaden Jones left, Jaden Jones right.
All right.
2nd down and 6 now for the Barons.
So you are seeing Derek Anderson at quarterback now.
There we are.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like you're seeing some of the guys that are underclassmen. Number 28 is a new ball carrier today.
Campos hit that hole fast.
Yes, he did.
So tell me about the quarterback, Kyle. What do I don't know him.
You know, he's an up-and-coming star. You know, he's been waiting his turn, and I think Derek obviously is very capable of stepping in. And right now he's in.
And for those of you who don't know, Kyle Anderson is Derek's dad.
You know, it's amazing. We've watched these kids. You obviously are the dad, but we've seen them since flag football when they started that when they were in the Giants, about 5 years old, right here in this field. And that's the first time I remember seeing them play.
Forward.
And to have watched them grow up the last
2nd down
10+ years is just amazing.
I always say, you know,
2nd and 5.
The best time you guys got to see them run was when I got sworn in. And they ran up on the dais as I was talking, and they were running behind the dais in the middle of the meeting.
Not too much of a distraction.
Yeah.
Campos gets it again, picks up about 5. And of course Brian having a terrific year as a receiver.
Yeah, Brian
leads
is
the team, I think.
He really is, and you know, I think that you know, there's a lot of capable receivers on this team. On any other team, I could see Brian being a primary receiver. And for that, as a sophomore,
Campos,
pretty
is that
good.
Campos again? Yeah.
That is not Campos. That's
carried by Wells.
Wells. I'm sorry.
Shamar
Sorry
Wells.
to the Wells family.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter.
And that running clock has a real...
Boy, look how long the 1st and 2nd quarters took. This one raced by.
Yeah. Well.
Mayor, you thought you might have to leave early.
Well, I am going to leave. I'm using this opportunity now, folks. I do have to get to another meeting, and since I have Kyle, a very capable replacement who actually knows or forgot more about football than I know, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Kyle. Thanks for letting me call the game with you for the first 3 quarters. And Kyle, good luck. Craig, thank you very much.
John, always good to be with you.
Enjoy your Friday, brother.
All right, man. It's all you.
We go to the 4th. What is, you said Woodbridge was playing, what, South Hunterdon next?
North Hunterdon,
sorry.
Who the only team they've lost to this year is Phillipsburg, and Phillipsburg is one of the top teams in the state right now.
Yeah.
And North Hunterdon has a returning group that took Woodbridge to an 8-7 game last year. Woodbridge pulled out an 8-7 game and went for 2 against them last year. But there are a lot of players returning from that team. So, you know, we beat them in freshmen, we beat them in JV, and I said, yeah, but we just barely beat them in varsity, and all of those players are returning.
Yeah. This Woodbridge team looks fairly young. I mean, the quarterback's a senior.
Over 30 sophomores on this team, and there's a lot of sophomores that actually contribute.
Now that's Wells. No, that's Campos. I thought it was 20.
20. No, that's Wells.
That's Wells.
You are right.
Wells, Campos is 28 and Wells is 20, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. I'd like to see Derek get to throw the ball. Of course, sportsmanship would dictate that you don't go throwing the ball up 34 to nothing with a running clock in the 4th quarter. So kudos to Coach LaSala for that.
When we saw them for the first time last year, when Derek came in as a freshman, it was against JFK, and you guys called it, and his first completion was to his brother.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah. And that's very nice. That's something they'll remember probably for the rest of their lives.
I hope so. You know?
For sure. For sure. Wells comes out. Campos back in now at the running back, and we have a stoppage of play as a JFK player down on the field. So why don't we take a quick break and while he gets tended to. Well, welcome back, everybody. The hurt player, the injured player for Kennedy is off the field now. I think he walked off on his own, Kyle, so that's good news. Not I think. He got off the field on his own. And so we resume play. 3rd and 3. Inside handoff this time to Campos. We got a penalty flag here on the near side. I guess that usually means somebody either lined up in the neutral zone or jumped.
That's usually the case. Here we go. Some type of formation. I think that's an illegal formation.
Okay.
Which is probably something you're going to see when you get...
And an illegal shift on offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So that'll keep it 3rd down, make it 3rd and 6. So congratulations to the you saw it if you were watching it. You saw Samantha Gavina and was named the queen of the homecoming queen, and Luis Guadalupe Luis Guadalupe was the homecoming king. So congratulations to both of them. We'll look for, and there's a nice spinning move by, I think that's Campos.
That is.
He got close to the 1st down.
So we were talking about the
we'll see both of those, just for 1 second. We'll see both of those young people on the back of a float at the holiday parade.
Oh,
so congratulations to both of them.
A lot of fun. We see the 3 homecoming courts from Kennedy, Colonia, and Woodbridge, and that'll be nice to see them out there.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying we were talking about the size of the sophomore class. So there's about 30 sophomores and at Woodbridge. So the future's bright. You see some of them out here right now contributing to the mop-up duty, but they're still moving the ball.
Yeah, it's Campos. He's quick.
He's 5'7", 140, but he's a sophomore.
Yeah, and he's fast.
Great traits.
Again, wholesale substitutions. Great what?
Great traits for a running back.
Yeah.
And this is a.
He looks like he hits the hole fast too. See, he accelerates quickly, and then he's running there. So there we see the Barons. They've been in control from the beginning, Kyle.
Yeah, they marched right down on that very first series. I think they ended up throwing the touchdown.
No, that was the first one was a touchdown run. Yeah,
touchdown run.
Second one was a
touchdown throw.
Pass to Barner.
And that was his first touchdown for the year. He's another capable sophomore receiver, and Antonio found him in the back of the end zone.
Wow. Well, this is going to be a team to watch then in next year and the year after.
Yeah, and they're not quite out of the playoffs yet. So they do have an opportunity to make the playoffs with possibly 3 wins, but a 4th win would probably ensure that they get in. They just have a very tough game against North Hunterdon next week.
clock is stopped. I guess Woodbridge called a timeout. Yeah, they called a timeout. So they huddle up on the side. There was a wholesale substitutions going on by Woodbridge, and I think they may have gotten a little out of sync, and so they called a timeout. Certainly.
Yeah, that's where you get those illegal shifts.
Right. And inexperienced players, some players who probably haven't gotten a lot of playing time. It's good to see them on the field, though. .8:05 to go. We're clock back in action. Snap is low, and it's a handoff to number 19. Still on his feet, and then he gets plowed, takes it down to
Jameer Beal.
He's also a sophomore, 5'7", 140 pounds. Sophomore night here in the second half. Huh?
It really is, and you know, this is a good opportunity. Woodbridge has been in a lot of dog fights this year, and they haven't gotten many opportunities, but this is a night tonight where these guys can earn a varsity letter.
Inside.
Nice
big hole.
Cut. Very good cut.
Yeah, big cut. Nice cut back. A lot of room to run there. Campos got knocked down, I think, by his own guy. I think it was big number 51 there for the Woodbridge.
That is Jaden Mance. Jaden Mance was blocking and couldn't get out of the way.
I think he did.
You know, sometimes the running backs, the running backs are sometimes ahead of the line. You know, you saw that a lot with Barry Sanders over the years. You know, he cut back so much. His offensive line didn't know which direction he was going sometimes. So
talk about a running back.
Oh yeah. Oof. Yeah. Oh gosh. You know, just a total fire hydrant.
Yep. Snap is low. Nice play there by Campos. I don't think that was intended. The guy's getting a little feisty. His snap was low. I don't think it was intended to go to.
It was low, but the defender, the running back made a great recovery there.
No. So the Woodbridge players come over here to the sideline to talk to the coach. There's Derek doing a little wardrobe assistance with Roberto Rojas, and then we got a penalty.
Looks like a personal foul.
Yeah. Like we said, there's a little bit of a,
All right, we had a dead ball. Personal foul on the offense. Third down. You got to let the guy get up.
There it is.
There it is. You got to let the guy get up.
You get a little bit of this. These high schools are only a mile, 2 miles apart.
Yep.
These kids known each other growing up.
Forever, right? They played against each other, and they're all good athletes, right? So they probably have played baseball against each other, basketball against each other, soccer against each other, and football. There's Wells this time. He spins into more trouble and gets pushed back stopped at about the 30 and then pushed back. So that's where it will be on fourth down.
And now with our recreation system, now that we have one recreation system, these kids are going to get to know each other. They're going to be on the same teams. They're going to know each other even better when they get to high school, and they only break up when they go to high school.
It's 4th and 29. Let's see if they
throw the ball.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so, because I'm looking at Derek's arm, and I think he's hurt. I can tell that he's hanging his right arm, and just I can just tell. I know it's my kid, but I can tell his arm's hurting. He had a nasty hit in the first quarter, and I saw him go over and get checked, so I don't think he's going to air it out at all.
Nope. Plus, it's not consistent with the way they have they've been playing the game to try to run the ball. I mean, to throw the ball in this situation. He takes it down to the 20, and it will go over to the Mustangs on downs. as we wind, the clock winds down, 3:43 to go.
Next Friday, the Barons travel to North Hunterdon High School. Game time is 7 p.m.
What's North Hunterdon's only have one loss on the season?
One loss to Phillipsburg. I'm glad the game's at 7 because it takes about an hour and a half to get out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a bunch of big farm boys out there, and they put together a great line on both sides of the ball.
But if Woodbridge wins, they can make the playoffs?
Woodbridge wins. If Woodbridge loses, they can make the playoffs because
Really?
you do get some points from some of the teams that you played. They played a top team in Irvington. They played another top team in Colonia.
Yeah, I was going to say, it helps that Colonia had such a good season.
Yeah.
Or is having such a good season. I shouldn't say had. It's not over.
And Cranford's having a good season as well.
Roach takes the snap.
He's thrown the ball well tonight.
He has. Throws it down the
This one's a
middle,
little
intended
deep.
for Richardson, a little bit overthrown,
Yeah.
and Wells almost got that.
Richardson kind
Not
of
Wells, I'm
stopped
sorry,
in his
Campos.
route a little bit. you know?
Yeah, he did. Campos almost came up with it, but clock continues to run at 2:36.
Richardson complete. Campos in coverage.
Roach had some time.
Let's a go.
A little bit overthrown.
It looked as though Richardson was bending his route a little bit too much, and the ball went a little straight over his head. So, tough catch to make.
Going out to the flat, intended for.
And they got to be careful. That could be a live ball.
And they rule it an incomplete, but you're right. I mean, the ball has to go forward to be a pass. Otherwise, it's a lateral and a loose ball. But
Third and 10 for the Mustangs on their own 21-yard
bring up 3rd and 10. Inside 2 minutes to go now. And the Barons will move to 3 and 4, right?
3 and 4.
3 and 4 on the season. JFK will drop to 0 and 6. They had a tough year.
Yeah, new coaches in the system.
I don't think number 70 got off the field, and there's the flag. Roche gonna on the run, throws it downfield. It's gonna be out of bounds. Caught by Ruiz, but Angel was out of bounds. But there's gonna be a penalty against Woodbridge because they didn't get number 70 off the field in time.
All right, we had a substitution infraction on the defense. It's 5 yards. Replay 3rd down.
He was hustling. He was running full speed. The field looked awfully wide.
The sideline would never get there for him. But Kennedy more than likely will put it up again for another type of Hail
31
Mary.
seconds. Only a couple plays left.
Threw it early.
Throws it long and throws it far.
But way out of
the reach of anybody on the JFK team, or Woodbridge for that matter. 17 seconds. That may have been it. We'll see.
Final score.
Yeah, they're calling it. They're getting a little anxious here on the broadcast announcer. That will do it. So it was all Barons tonight, Kyle.
Yeah,
Be pleased with their performance.
They own the offensive line and defensive line, and that's where the game is won and lost.
That's it. So that will do it. The Barons come away with a 34-0 victory. To our extraordinary crew on camera was Raj Sharohi, Ron Wyatt, Frank Martins, and Emil Brandolfi. Our graphics was Bruno Martins. Our replay coordinator, Joe Fernandez. Our technical director, Gina Forbes. And our director, the incomparable Lee Beckerman. For Kyle Anderson, for John McCormick, Craig Coughlin saying thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, the final score, Woodbridge 34 and JFK 0. Have a great weekend, everybody.